But here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of ley lines. We have our Brazilian Protoss player, the blue Protoss, representing Team The Bad. It is AlisoN, aka AliGod. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the Brazilian Terran player, the red Terran, representing Alien Esports. It is INexorable. And if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series best. Look in the chat. It's going to be a short one. It's going to be a short one. As I mentioned in the lead up to this game, AlisoN is hyper cheesy, hyper aggressive. AlisoN is opening up with a proxy. Let's go. And we'll see how solid the early game defense is for INexorable. As the pylon has been thrown down, no gases yet. We're setting up the gateways, and how many gateways do we commit into? 1, 2 gateways so far. Goes down 2 gates, takes the gas. So he's not going for like a flower or like a 4 gates, you know, has that little in or anything like that. Probe does dip in. It is going to be up to INexorable to figure out what's going on. Double gas open out of INexorable. Now, the thing about AlisoN is that AlisoN has a reputation, so even though INexorable doesn't scout, even though INexorable is currently in the dark, he is aware of the kind of player that he's up against. So double gas means a faster factory, means a delayed CC out of INexorable, so we should be getting faster Hellions, faster Cyclones, faster production. It's a very safe start here by INexorable. Safe / aggressive. Does wall up. Does wall up. The initial Zealots are in production. 2 Zealots followed by 2 Stalkers. The goal will be to break down that front door. Now, if INexorable goes for a low ground CC, the CC is going to be denied. If he sets it up on the high ground, it's going to be safe. So we see where INexorable sets up. As you can see, the Reaper is scouting for proxies, does check the northern location. And looking for the proxies before moving out across the map. He will miss the gateways. Here come the Stalkers. And here come the Zealots. Oh, they're waddling in. They're coming. Reaper confirms there is no expansion. The Zealots have arrived. CC is on the high ground. Bunker gets thrown down. Instant bunker here by INexorable. The boys are being pulled to repair. So parts are good. The depot is going to survive. Stalkers breaking in. They do get an SCV. 1 SCV goes down. Getting another as well. And denying the bunker. 2 SCV, 3 SCV kills. Marines are amassing, but the bunker is not finished. Not yet. Cyclone is on the way. AlisoN breaks down that front door. Supply blocks INexorable. Uh-oh. INexorable, he's supply blocked. Yeah, there's no depot behind this. Stalkers are overwhelming. And that Cyclone, that's going to be that's going to be the only way here for INexorable to survive this. The Hail Mary play is that Cyclone. Cannot afford to lose it. As INexorable, he is still supply blocked. And there's a kill. Lock on the first Stalker. And the first Stalker is going to go down. But doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Stalkers, they do start to step forward. There goes the second lock on. Can he get on top of the Cyclone? Oh, can he get it? Second Stalker goes down. Does get the Cyclone. Ah, that's going to be too much. Yeah, the Cyclone goes down. That was the only thing keeping INexorable alive here in this game. 11 SCVs go down. Marines are trickling in, but the Stalker count is still looking. So, no, he gets stuck. He gets knocked down. Stalker falls down to 2. 2 Stalkers left. Tank is in production. AlisoN is so close to breaking INexorable. Oof, we'll lose another Stalker. Yeah, a bit of miscontrol there from AlisoN. Does lose another Stalker. Still very tense, very close. Tank will siege, and with the help of the tank, INexorable, he holds. He does hold on. AlisoN is already expanding, and looking at the economic game state, INexorable, he's on 12 SCVs. AlisoN on 24. 24 workers against 12. AlisoN didn't kill INexorable, did cripple him. Did cripple the Terran. Going for a Dark Shrine. I mean, I really like this, right? It's like, considering the economic game state, INexorable is going to be muling. INexorable, he's going to be muling his heart out as best he can to try to recover economically, which means scans are not going to be available. Or there's a lower chance that the scan is available. INexorable getting more Raxes. get more Raxes. Likewise, pulls a little bit further back. Trying to recover, trying to recuperate. Hellion Scout does get past the Stalkers. Oh my god. Somehow he slips by. And INexorable gets a full scout of the main. Big moment here for the Terran. He confirms Twilight Council and a Dark Shrine. So now he knows to hold on to those scans. eBay gets thrown down instantly for the turrets. And suddenly this will not end the game. Yeah, there's a cancel. AlisoN doesn't even try. Knows it's not going to work. Not against INexorable. Not like this. Likewise, the Bio Army is building up. Now, there's no reason for AlisoN to push in. Like, AlisoN has no reason to try to break this position and push in the ramp. That would be a massive mistake, and that would be a way for INexorable to recover in this game, is if AlisoN overextends. All AlisoN needs to do is contain. Just contain the Terran on one base for as long as possible, and then on two bases for as long as possible. AlisoN back at home can take gases, can get a third Nexus, can build up extra gateways, can just macro into the mid game. Again, there is no need to commit. So AlisoN just has to calm down. Scan across the map confirms that Dark Shrine was cancelled. Observer gets eyes on the main army. Oh, this does reveal that there's an observer. But we'll get a depot. Nice big off supply looks INexorable. AlisoN now expanding. Again, he just has to calm things down. Take a breath. We're okay. And there we go. The CC is now being taken. Still not going to be easy here for INexorable to break out, but he does have Stim. Yo, am I seeing AlisoN take a third base for the first time? Like, am I? It's crazy. Expanding. Again, AlisoN delaying the expansion, gets an SCV. There's the blink. Now, INexorable has finally taken the naturals. Finally taking that natural base. I will say that this third base is late. It's a late third base for AlisoN. It could have been taken quite some time ago instead. So AlisoN is not as far as ahead as he otherwise could be. On top of that, INexorable can now move out with drop play. Medivacs have arrived. Tanks repositioning. Towards the low ground. That was repositioned. Cheeky moves out of INexorable as well, hiding that tank. Avoiding the observer. And AlisoN is going to be delaying Colossus production, going into faster charge, +1, into eventual storm. For the time being, INexorable, he's in the dark. Does scan. Does catch the observer. So it goes down, and INexorable is recovering. AlisoN does saturate his third. Now moving out. Now, unfortunately, oh my god, as High Templar gets spotted, there's no bunkers. Yeah, we need a defensive setup here at the natural. We need bunkers. We need SimCity. There's only one tank. Doesn't bode too well. This is a terrifying army here from AlisoN. And INexorable will not have everything to defend. I can try to come in from behind though. True. Sims in, does catch a couple of zealots. Oof. Medevac goes down, massive pickoff, he'll lose both Medevacs. Yeah, both Medevacs do fall. Rough loss here for INexorable, losing a massive portion of his army, takes down the Prism. Prism goes down. Not the worst trade, but still a loss that INexorable can't quite afford. And AlisoN's just going to roll on in. Does force his way forward. Oh, nice mine shots. Bunker goes down. Vikings forced to land. Nice kiting here. No storm. There is no storm from here. Boys are going to have to be pulled. The tank is going to be targeted. There's some decent shots going off, but alas, AlisoN does have enough. GG gets caught. AlisoN breaks the natural, and AlisoN takes a lead in the series. Whew. GG. Oh my god, GG, well played again. A very intense early game. As a reminder, AlisoN went proxy 2 gate and was able to kill, what was it, 11 SCVs. It was insane just how much economic damage was done. We saw that INexorable did survive, did defend the main, but not after being crippled, right? The economy was crippled. He could not keep up with AlisoN. I do think that AlisoN could have been a little bit more greedy and could have taken a faster third base and saturated faster as well, but regardless, we saw that AlisoN was still able to get to that point, get to that stage, denying and delaying the expansion for so long, and keeping INexorable contained on one base for as long as he did. GG, well played. With that, we're now getting ready here for game number 2, and we'll see if AlisoN can close this out and cause a massive upset, or if INexorable is angry, is upset, and fights back. Let's go. Let us go. So we are getting into that second game. And again, this could go either way. As we mentioned before, AlisoN is typically a very cheesy player. Very cheesy, very aggressive. But knowing that and surviving that are two different things. Here we go. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Frostline, we have our Brazilian Protoss player, the blue Protoss representing Team The Bad, leading the series 1-0. And one game away from making it to the semifinals, it is AlisoN. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the Brazilian Terran player, the red Terran representing Alien Esports. Down in the series, we'll see if he can recover, bounce back, and force the ace match. He's the favorite player to make it to the finals, but he is struggling here in the quarterfinals. It is INexorable. We'll see if he can recover. We'll see if he can bounce back. Here we go. So now we are going to be settling in and calming things down. Here we go. Again, we are loading into a much larger map in the map pool. This time the pylon is thrown down back at home. This time INexorable does SCV Scout. As a reminder, he did not SCV Scout last game. So he's checking across the map. The gateway has been thrown down. This time there is no proxy. And INexorable going for an economic opener. Risky move here, but only one gas. Only one gas. INexorable going for the CC on the low ground. SCV Scout confirms the pylon is back at home. There's a gateway, one gas, cyber core, natural base here for AlisoN. Economic builds all around. And I appreciate that INexorable didn't get into his own head. He doesn't play overly safe or anything like that. Still open standard. And it's looking solid. I'm sure that AlisoN was hoping that maybe INexorable will be just overly defensive after the first game, but no. No fear. Confidence, Pat. Confidence. The Reaper does move out. Does threaten a dive. Adept is in position. Back at home, safety bunker on the low ground. So far, so good. So far, so good. See in the chat, Luciano, papi. Ga, papi, ga. Yo, Luciano, cuídate, papi, cuídate. Look after your Discord. Those who don't know, recently Luciano's Discord did get hacked. Luciano. Shaking my head. As we do have a Twilight Council opener out of AlisoN, going for Glaive. Oh my, wait, what? Going for a Glaive Adept build, not into Blink Stalkers. Very unorthodox here from AlisoN. Okay, I mean Glaives, they can pop off. They do have their place somewhat here. Not really. I mean it's very unorthodox, very unusual, very aggressive, might I add. I'm going for a Forge into a Robo as well to fully wall off the natural, and this is designed to catch INexorable with his pants down. INexorable back at home, getting into his own 1-1-1. Reactor Marine production. Does knock the Stalker out of position, does get into the main. Does try to at least, gets one probe. Barely not. The Hellion is cleaned up, the Reaper's going to go down as well, gets 2 probe kills, but does not get into the main base. That I'm not sure was quite worth it here for INexorable. He trades, that is true, but he has no idea what's going on. To be fair, I don't know what's going on. Getting up to 4 gates, so 4 gate Glaive Adepts with +1 on the horizon. Interesting. Very interesting setup here. INexorable back at home is building up more tanks, Liberators. Liberators on the way early on. Let's have a decent defensive setup here at the natural. And Glaives are done. This is going to be a bit of a later move out here, but here we go. It's lined up with the Prism. How many Adepts? 7. 7 Adepts alongside the War Prism. We have 4 gates behind this to reinforce. +1 is going to finish up actually in time with the push. Okay. There's a method behind the madness. Behind the madness even. Back at home, SimCity here is solid though. INexorable, has he played against this before? I'm curious. He's fully walled up. Completely actually. Looks like he's getting ready for a charge all in, to be honest. I mean, he saw lack of gases, but this is ideal against charge, and by happenstance, also ideal against Glaive Adepts, because the Adepts, they won't be able to shade in. I believe this is a full wall. Yeah, Adepts, they commit. It is a full wall. Does commit to the shade. Within range of the tanks, the SCVs, they pull away, and massive tank voice going off. Adepts, they do nothing. They got 4 SCVs. Oh my god. Tank shots are brutal. And INexorable does hold. So again, I'm curious if he thought this was a charge-based all-in, or if he is familiar enough with AlisoN to recognize it was going to be Glaives. Let's go. As the wall is open. That should not have happened. Wall is open. Adepts, they try to commit. They're going for the tanks. Yeah, commits to the shade. The boys are being pulled. Tank is going to be going down. He gets 1 tank going for the other. And again, the wall should not have been open. Big misstep there from INexorable. He will clean this up. He will lose 2 tanks in the process. That's still going to be enough though. GG gets called. It was all or nothing for AlisoN, and INexorable, he will tie things up 1-1. Ooh, GG. Aye, aye, aye. GG, well played. INexorable, he does fight back. He does take the win here. And we're going to the ace match. Whew. GG, well played. INexorable, I was like... Oh, okay. So INexorable, he said that he knew it was Glaives because of the Forge. He saw the Forge, that was a tell that it was Glaive Adepts. Okay. There you go. Shout out to INexorable. Oh god. Oh no. So we're setting up. We're setting up. Oh no. We're setting up for our next game, and game 3 is going to be on Wizards of Gold. And yes, so INexorable was letting us know that that because he had scouted the Forge, even though he didn't see the main base, seeing the early +1 did scream Glaive Adepts to him. So there we go. Now we know, Pack. Now we know. And again, he was really well set up for it. There was that moment, of course, where the wall was open and where he lost his tanks, but AlisoN was all in, and AlisoN needed more damage. GG. GG. Yeah. Less than 3, Luciano, less than 3. He's a braver man than I am. I would double gas delay CC. Yeah, for 100%. Okay, we're good, we're good. We're now getting into the ace match. Sorry, our players are just having fun. Just having fun. But yeah, we're getting to the ace match here, and we'll see what kind of cheeky build AlisoN has up his sleeve next. Now, we've already seen Proxy 2 Gate, we've already seen Glaive Adepts. What's next? What is next? What is up here for AlisoN? What do we go for? 4 gates, Blink Stalker, for example. Robo-based opener into early Colossus. What's the plan? As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Whispers of Gold, we have the Brazilian Protoss player, the blue Protoss representing team, the bad. It is AlisoN. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent, we have the Brazilian Terran player, the red Terran representing Alien Esports. Tying up the series 1-1, it is INexorable. We go. So we are settling in, and we've made our way all the way to the ace match here. And again, my eyes, they have to be on the Protoss, right? Every game so far, AlisoN has done something different, has done something cheeky, has done something aggressive. What's next? What is next? As the probe moves out, and we are going to be hiding the probe here towards the south side of the map. Looks like we are indeed setting up for a proxy. Now, this could be a proxy Stargate opener based on this location. I guess it could be a robo as well. What do you have for us? What's it going to be? Winning with your pants down. Oh no. Not like this. As there we go, the pylon gets thrown down. You have the Cybercore back at home. This does scream proxy Stargate more than anything. If it's a Stargate, it should just be Oracle into the main. Technically, if this is a Stargate, it could be Void Ray with like a shield battery set up here outside of the bases. That would be crazy. That'd be insane. Technically, I guess there is like the Roddy build, which is what, like Proxy Tempest? But I haven't seen that in a long time. Okay, never mind. Not a Stargate. Proxy Robo. Proxy Robo out of AlisoN. It is going to be a 1 base all-in. AlisoN is committing. From here, it can go for a War Prism and get into the main base. Likewise, Proxy Immortal as well. Robo gets caught. Oh, and the Reaper is scouting, is checking. Does check the triangular 4th base, checks on over towards the south side as well. He's so close, yet so far, barely. He looks like he will scout, he will confirm. Does check the edge of the map, and no, he missed rallies. He does change his rally, and he will not find the proxy. He will barely not find the robo. Actually, barely he will. He comes back, thankfully. Whew, does come back around and does confirm the proxy robo. Whew. Likewise, we did have an economic opener out of INexorable going for a ranks expand, 1 gas opener into a delayed factory. CC is on the high ground, it is going to be safe and sound, but the CC is not going to help against the all-in. As the Immortal is on the way. Bunker is done. Now, AlisoN knows he got scattered, so does he attempt to expand? For now, going for the Immortal, we have the Prism follow-up. How many gateways? Just 1 gate. Interesting. Second bunker here from INexorable, setting up in the main. AlisoN does expand. So, AlisoN, he's going proxy robo into an expand, trying to transition out of this. And he should be able to. Now, bearing in mind that there's not really much pushing power here, INexorable is going to be stuck in his main base a little bit longer. AlisoN can contain, but this is an expensive contain. Dropping into the main base. Uh-oh, has to be careful. Does drop in. Heads for the mineral line. Does head for the SCV. Cyclone has arrived. Do we get the lock-on on the War Prism? Oh, does get the lock-on. Goes for the scan. He wants it. He wants the Prism. It looks like he will not get it. The scan was a little bit premature there. The Prism does get out of vision, does get out of range. And AlisoN does survive. Very close, though. Prism is taking a lot of hits. Behind this now going to charge. Extra gateways into more Immortal production. Let's go. Scan does reveal that AlisoN is expanding. And there are the salvages. Salvage on the bunker. INexorable, he's breaking out. Breaks out, he expands. AlisoN, he cannot afford to get caught out here, especially with these Vikings. That Prism is not going to survive. Oh, that's what the army. Army gets spotted. The first tank is going to be targeted down. Vikings respond, and the Prism will fall. INexorable, he will shut this down. He can also land the Vikings. Chasing him down. Oh, Cyclone pulls away. Nice control. Takes down the Immortal. Vikings land. They take down another Immortal, just barely. Both Immortals fall. And AlisoN has nothing left. Has 2 Stalkers, the vanilla Stalkers at that. Charge is finishing up. He's got a couple of Zealots. That is something. AlisoN does move out. When you see INexorable after losing those tanks, he takes a more defensive position. Bunkers are being thrown down. Setting up back at home, waiting for Stim. There's no reason for INexorable to be active, to move out. And he is set up quite well at the natural, but what about the main? The main base, there is no bunker. Army gets spotted. Army is spotted. AlisoN making his way towards the natural. Tank volley going off. Boys are being pulled to protect the tank. Nice around. It does surround the tank. The bunker is going to fall. Tank force 1 siege. Oh, there might just be too many Zealots. Yeah, Zealot Warping does complete. Once again, going for the tank. Tank is going to go down. The repairs are not good enough. And the natural has been broken. Yeah, SCV is going to be going down, getting 14 SCV kills. And AlisoN, has he done enough? Bearing in mind that AlisoN doesn't have the best economy behind this either. 29 probes to 25. This is not enough to end the game. INexorable, he's holding. Does hold on. INexorable, he's got 27 SCVs plus mules, so even though he lost a lot of workers there, he still is comparable economically here to his opponent. If not having a greater economy, actually. AlisoN getting ready for another warp in, another wave. INexorable does need that SimCity. AlisoN dropping into the main. No blink. Trying to attack both locations at once. We'll see if INexorable can pull this off. The tank is unsieged. They'll say commit. They do commit in. The first wave gets started down. Tank is under fire. Boys are being pulled. And INexorable he's holding. Or is he? It's going to be close. Tank goes down. And no repairs. He cannot get into the bunker. No, the bunker doesn't get in. GG gets called. The body blocking was brutal. It was close, but AlisoN will overwhelm, will break through, and AlisoN will take the series at 2-1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Unfortunately, INexorable, he was not sieged up. He was not quite ready at the natural base. Likewise, could not load up that bunker either. And in the end, AlisoN takes the win. Massive upset. GG. GG, well played. Impressive result there from AlisoN. Initially, INexorable had a great defense when it came to shutting down the first two Immortals, but the charge follow-up really did catch INexorable off guard. It snowballed out of control. It broke the natural base. Economically, INexorable, he was still hanging in there, but alas, the Zealot Orphans, they just did not stop. They did not stop. They did not slow down. And in the end, we saw AlisoN was able to overwhelm. Just barely did overwhelm. GG, well played. Ooh, a very intense series here, and now we have some updates. We have a lot of catching up to do. And also, suddenly, with INexorable going down, I mean, who's favorite now? Who can stop Master is the real question. Who can stop him? Master.